At the end of this chapter you will understand key terms related to AI tools and their risks and opportunities. Explore a wide range of digital tools useful for different target groups and youth work contexts. Learn how to support young people in developing critical, creative, and safe engagement with digital media. Artificial intelligence in youth work, opportunities and risks. Language inclusion, AI-powered translation tools like DeepL or integrated browser translators. For example, during an international youth exchange, participants can use real-time translation tools to understand group instructions. Or, youth workers can prepare multilingual summaries of workshop outcomes. Or, AI chat tools can help young people formulate ideas in a second language before sharing them publicly. Impact: such tools can support participation of young people with limited proficiency in the main working language and reduce anxiety around speaking. Support for young people with learning difficulties, text simplification and rewriting tools, AI chat assistants. For example, a youth worker uploads a policy document and asks the AI to rewrite it in simple language. Instructions for a digital project can be adapted into bullet points or step-by-step formats. Long texts can be summarized for easier understanding. The impact promotes accessibility for young people with dyslexia, cognitive challenges, or lower literacy levels. Speech-to-text and text-to-speech tools. Some examples: a participant with motor challenges uses voice input to write project ideas. Youth workers enable screen readers for visually impaired participants. Recorded group discussions can be transcribed for later reflection. The impact reduces physical barriers and supports diverse communication styles. Idea generation for less confident participants. Some examples: AI brainstorming tools can suggest project ideas, provide examples of community initiatives, offer structured outlines. This can help the young people who struggle to start from scratch. Participants who lack confidence in creative tasks, groups that need structured scaffolding. Keep in mind, AI should support empowerment, not replace young people's own thinking. Reflection on outputs is essential. Youth workers should evaluate well the level of support needed by the individual participants, and where they can be encouraged to rely on their own strengths. How do generative AI tools work? Generative AI systems, meaning large language models or image generators, are trained on massive datasets. They learn patterns in language or images and generate outputs by predicting likely sequences, not by understanding content like humans do. Why this matters? Young people often attribute intelligence or authority to AI. Understanding that AI predicts patterns, rather than knows facts, builds critical distance. What is bias in AI? AI systems reflect the data they are trained on. If historical data contains stereotypes or underrepresentation, AI outputs may reproduce or amplify these biases. An example: AI image tools may associate certain professions with specific genders. Language models may generate culturally biased descriptions. Why this matters? Youth workers can use such examples to discuss discrimination, representation, and fairness in digital systems. How can AI generate misinformation? AI can produce incorrect information presented confidently, fabricated references, deepfake images or videos. Because AI prioritizes plausible patterns over factual accuracy, it may create hallucinations, false but convincing statements. Why this matters? Young people may trust AI-generated content without verification. What is a deepfake? A deepfake is AI-generated or AI-manipulated audio, video, or image content that realistically imitates real people. Examples can be fake political speeches, altered celebrity videos, manipulated social media content. Why this matters? Deepfakes challenge trust in visual evidence and require advanced critical thinking skills. As the use of AI tools is arriving in virtually all areas of our digital lives, it is all the more important to understand the challenges and have some strategies to avoid risks.
Misinformation and hallucinations. Generative AI tools can produce highly convincing, but factually incorrect information. These errors, often called hallucinations, occur because AI predicts plausible text rather than verifying truth. Encourage youngsters to verify their information. For some practical exercises, take a look at the following chapter. Bias and discrimination. Malay, AI systems are trained on existing data which may include societal biases. This can lead to stereotypical outputs, cultural bias, gender, or racial bias. Youth workers should encourage discussions about whose knowledge is represented, whose voices are missing, How can bias be recognized?
Data protection and privacy. Many AI tools collect user data, store prompts, use inputs to improve models. As youth worker, take a moment to consider GDPR compliance, age restrictions, informed consent, safe usage policies within organizations. Over-reliance and reduced critical thinking. If used uncritically, AI may reduce independent problem solving, replace creative effort, or encourage passive consumption. Youth work should promote AI as a tool for co-creation, not substitution, reflection on when not to use AI. Ethical and environmental concerns. AI development involves high energy consumption, large-scale data processing, and corporate power concentration. As a response, youth workers and their organizations can agree on policies on topics like digital sustainability, democratic participation, or social justice.
A European Artificial Intelligence Act was recently agreed and entered into force in August 2024. The Act takes into account issues of fundamental rights protection, restriction of potentially harmful systemic uses of AI, disclosure of contents used for training AI by providers, ensure governance and confidentiality of data used, reporting of serious incidents prohibited. AI systems include social scoring systems, manipulative or deceptive AI that distort behavior and impair informed decision-making. Application in the member states will be gradually implemented. In a first step, responsible agencies have to be identified in each member country. From now on, especially developers of AI systems are obliged to comply with the new rules, but they might also affect commercial users.
Inspiring responsible media use. Digital literacy is not just taught, it's developed by lived practice. To use AI in digital media responsible, youth workers can focus on the following: develop clear guidelines. When is AI allowed in activities? For which tasks? What data must not be entered? Model transparent use. If you use AI in preparation, tell participants. Explain how it supported your work. Discuss its limitations. Teach prompt literacy. AI outputs depend on input quality. Encourage young people to formulate clear questions, compare different prompts and analyze differences in responses. Encourage critical reflection. After using AI, ask, is this information reliable? What perspectives are missing? Would a human expert say the same? Verification strategies. Some simple tips for information search. Cross-check with at least 2 reliable sources. Look for named authors and institutional credibility. Check publication dates. Use fact-checking websites like EU versus Disinfo, Snopes, or National Fact Checkers. Reflect on political biases of news sources and your own. Question emotional or sensational tone.
Now, let's reflect on our practice. As educators, our own habits shape the culture we create, so reflect for a moment. How often and why do you use digital devices in your sessions? Or when and for which purposes do you use AI tools for support? Do you show by example mindful and critical use of media? Does your team share a clear policy on digital device use?
Now you, based on the insights from this module, pick one topic most relevant for your target group, or one specific tool you want to explore further and develop an activity for your group. Let's summarize. This module has explored how artificial intelligence is reshaping youth work, highlighting both its potential to enhance creativity, inclusion and accessibility, and the risks related to misinformation, bias, privacy and over-reliance. It has shown how youth workers can use AI responsibly as a supportive tool while strengthening critical media literacy, ethical awareness and verification skills among young people. Ready to apply what you learned? Here are some tools that can help you. There are many sites and platforms that offer useful information and tools for youth workers. Check out, for example, the Digital Youth Work Resource Library, developed by educational organizations and co-funded by the European Union. There is plenty of digital tools available to make youth work creative. Looking for more inspiration which tool to use for storytelling? Here a toolbox with hand-picked creative tools that have proven useful in youth work. UNESCO's Journey Through the Multiverse is an extensive toolkit for youth organizations. It helps them integrate media and information literacy into their strategies, policies, and operations. And it offers practical support to apply it in workshops of informal education.
The Salto Participation Pool provides a vast collection of training tools, project ideas, and best practices. You can filter on media, information, and critical thinking to get the most relevant results. You can also try this fun game on Agora, an education project that promotes youth participation in a playful way.
Also in the field of AI, a group of educational organizations have evaluated a number of AI-powered tools on their safety and usefulness in youth work.
It's up to you now to explore the right tool for your purposes. Dive in and enjoy.